Namaste viewers, welcome to Degula channel. We'll go to one of the terms, Matānujñā. In the Nyaya Shastra, which is one of the Nigraha Sthana, it is called as a Nigraha Sthana. We will go to details of this particular word. But before we go to the details, may I request you to please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Matānujñā, coming back, Matānujñā in the Nyaya Shastra. Nyaya Shastra is one of the ancient branches of Indian philosophy, Indian subjects, Indian topic. It was focused on logic and debate. That was there. There are several terms mentioned there which have got a great larger meaning. We are going through those larger meanings of those terms. So this Matānujñā refers to conceding or accepting the opponent's view. Mata, you are whatever you say, I am agreed to. That is the meaning. Matānujñā. This is called as a Nigraha Sthana. That means a situation of point that leads to a debater's defeat. This is almost at the end of the debate. You see, now people used to debate on topics. The purpose of debate was to ensure that they reach the goal. They reach the goal of truth. What exactly is truth? What is there in that the nature's truth? That was the idea of all these debates. Of course, there was no enmity or anything. Each would have his own argument. Each would have his own perception of the truth, and that perception of the truth, it would be debated whether it is correct, whether it is right, wrong, all those kinds. So these are the terms that were used in those days. So the Sanskrit word Matā means opinion. Anujñā means you can say permission or concession, or it is totally put together. It is conceding to the opinion. Matānujñā means yes, I am agreeing to the opinion. So in a debate, when one of them acknowledges or agrees with the other opponent's argument or perspective, they undermine their own position. That is how it is. In classical Indian debates, this concession is seen as a defeat. This conceding, this accepting is seen as a defeat, as the debater is expected to uphold their own stance consistently till the end. By agreeing with the opponent, the debater essentially admits that their own argument is weak, leading to the loss of the proposition. That is the thing. In the Nyaya system of logic, debates are structured to rigorously test arguments. There are so many things, Almost about 24 points are there, 24 aspects are there. So a debater must defend their proposition with sound logic and counter all objections. The proposition should be with all points, he must be ready and then put forth this proposition. And he should counter all objections. If the person concedes to the opponent's argument. It happens, no? See, if the opposition party is stronger, if the opposition has got valid things to say, then you have to concede to his gracefully, without any enmity or anything. You have to concede, you have to accept his proposition, and then you have to accept your defeat also. Here, if you show lack of proper defense for their own view, it results in defeat. So, in the Nyaya philosophy emphasizes consistency and intellectual rigor in debates. So, whenever you have a proposition, when you have an important statement to be defended, important aspect to be defended, you have to. It's an intellectual discourse. It is not simple, just like that. Some something. Some passerby go by statements. It weakens the intellectual discourse if you are not strong enough to defend it. So, Matānujñā is one of the faults which is called as Nigraha Sthana. Now, so one example it may give is discussing the nature of knowledge. Okay, one debater asserts that knowledge comes only through sensory perception, so by touching, feeling, and seeing, all those kinds of things. The opponent counters by stating that knowledge can also come from inference and testimony. The first debater concedes, acknowledging the opponent's point without defending their original position. They commit Matānujñā. That's all. If the first says no, the second one says it comes from other sources also, except this sensory sources. If you say yes, means it is Matānujñā. That's all. So, in today's debates, whether in legal, philosophical, or public discourse, conceding too easily, very easily, can still be seen as a sign of weakness. You have to be very strong. That means, if you have to defend your statement, if you have to defend yourself, you have to do a lot of homework. That is what it says. While healthy discussions can involve agreement, the key to winning a debate is to present a strong, well-structured, well-supported argument. So, if you lose, the original stance, if you lose on the original stand which you have taken, it means you have lacked depth of logic, depth of knowledge or logic. Particularly in legal context, conceding to the opponent's argument can lead to a loss in court. So, legal advisors, lawyers, advocates must present very strong, very robust arguments to defend their client's case. And if they start accepting it prematurely before presenting everything before the court, the opponent's view could cost them the verdict. That is the thing. So, it's a great lesson to debaters that they have to hold their ground firmly. Unless there is any compelling evidence or reasons to shift your position, you should not shift your position. You should also anticipate counter arguments. Whenever you see Purva Paksha and all those things, you should think well before what could be the counter argument. You should put yourself in the shoes of the opponent and then think what are all the questions that he may ask, and then you have to be prepared for that. This is anticipation of counter arguments. And you should not give up easily also. If you are true to if you think that your statement is correct, and then you should not give it up easily. Okay, some valid points you have to acknowledge, and then it's okay. Offering concessions too readily can weaken your position in any debate or discussion. This is also important. So, to summarize, Matānujñā in Nyaya Shastra teaches debaters the importance of intellectual perseverance. It reminds us that to succeed in a debate, that to succeed as an advocate, lawyer, we must be cautious about conceding to the opponent's viewpoint, maintaining the strength and integrity of our own arguments. Viewers, with these thoughts and these explanations on Matānujñā, we conclude this episode. I hope this is quite interesting, particularly to legal advisors and then law students. Please go through this. We have put all this in this what is that called as description box also. This writing, we have put it in the description box. You may go through that for the benefit of the readers. It is there. Please post your comment also in the comment box. Thank you.